my girl was like, this is fucking, we're and she was like, man, can't you write something nice about a girl?
Yeah.
Can you just like write something nice? And I was like, oh, I can do that. And I remember I was like hurt my feelings. I was like all proud of the song. And I used to live in her mom's back house. I'm like, the mom kind of liked me, but she was like, this kid is trouble, right? So, and she'd be like, you need to get a job. And I'd be like, I got a band. The band's going to blow. She's like, oh God. She's like, this kid. So I remember I was laying on the bed and I was like thinking, I'm going to write a nice song. And that's where I wrote Butterfly. So then I went up to that studio, and in one day, that's where this comes in.
Oh, yes.
I went up there because it's one of my favorite albums ever.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
And I was laying on the bed and I was like on some earthy stoner shit. I went to Brett. I said, I got this song. I'm writing it about Cynthia. He's like, great. Like, he didn't mean that. He was sarcastic. He was like, okay. And I was like, no, for real. So I said, I want the beat to be kind of like Under the Bridge. So Brett is like a mad genius. And I remember I went up there and actually he had just started smoking weed. He had relapsed, but not like hardcore relapse.
Oh, yeah.
So he was smoking weed and I guess he went to smoke a joint in the car with the assistant we had there. Uh-huh. And I told him, yo, man, we need something like Under the Bridge. And so he went and listened to this record.
Yeah, not many people know that this song.
Yeah. So all right. So you might hear that like, oh, Crazy Town just sampled a Red Hot Chili Peppers song, and that's why it was a hit. And that's one of the factors of why the song was a hit. But it wasn't like we went and sampled.
It was a deep cut.
Yeah. It was a very creative sample. And not only do we say that, because of course we'd say that, but the Peppers felt that. So when we made that song, and we took it from a small interlude called Pretty Little Ditty. It wasn't one of their hits. It was this random, beautiful little place where Brett, who is a great producer, heard it and was like, if I take that little 4-second, 5-second piece and loop it, then it'll be something totally original. So cut to when we actually shopped it and everyone flipped out and thought the song was amazing. And we ended up signing to Q Prime, which are the managers of the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, that's perfect.
They played it for the Red Hot Chili Peppers, who had never cleared a sample in their whole career. And they heard Butterfly and they said, we are gonna not only are we gonna clear this sample, but we only want a third of it, when they could have taken half or more. They could have taken all of it and we still would have put it out. But they said the reason that we respect this is because they didn't butcher one of our hits and they took something that was just a random obscure thing on our record and they made it into something super special. So the Peppers had our back. They heard it and they were like, we're going to clear it. We're not going to take all your money and we're going to take you on tour. And they took us on tour through Australia. So the Peppers have always had our back and they support that sample. So if you want to talk shit, you're wrong. So anyway.
Yeah, that's great.